I worked with a guy, he's a marathon runner from Kenya, and he lost both his legs to a suicide attempt. So they had to build him prosthetics to walk again, then built him blades to run again. And so the guy who makes the prosthetics is a friend of mine. He calls me up and he goes, his name's Marco Cheseto. He goes, we're training Marco. He's working really hard, but he's plateaued. He's not improving anymore, regardless of the training we're putting him through. We think it's in his mind. And so when Marco came in, I explained to him my theory, right? That this trauma that's running in the background is compromising some of the energy, the mitochondria in your cell, which creates inflammation, which compromises the immune system. I give him everything. I take him through the whole program. 9 days later, he runs in a marathon, takes 15 seconds per mile off his time. And so then a couple weeks later, he runs in the Boston Marathon and breaks a world record. He's now the world record holder for marathoners with amputations. And I said to him, I said, Marco, I didn't make you faster. You were always that fast. I just allowed your system to do what it naturally could do. It was stuck. 2 months later, he runs in the Chicago Marathon, breaks his own world record by another 5 minutes, and gets signed by Nike.
Yeah.
He's a Nike athlete.
Awesome.
It was him. I just had to help him, right? It's like if somebody comes into the ER with a broken leg and the doctor resets the leg and tries to take all the credit for the guy's leg healing. You wouldn't do that.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
It's your system healed. I just reset it so it could do the heal. I created the ideal conditions for healing.
100%. It's an empowering way for people to understand transformation. That you just come in and we'll create the environment to see yourself, to see the power, to see the resilience, to see everything you have in your own system to perform at the highest levels. And I love that, because it's, my job is to work myself out of a job. Right. Right. So I don't want you dependent on me for the rest of your life. I want you to see that it's all within you. And for me, that is some of the most rewarding part of our work.
One of the things that I do when I take them through the presentation is within the first 5 minutes, I have a slide that I show them and it says, there's nothing wrong with you and there's nothing wrong with your mind.
Yeah.
I have people cry, Devon. They'll cry because they'll say, that's not what I've been told all my life. I've been told I'm broken, I'm defeated, I'm useless, I'm no good, I'll never amount to anything. And I just said, so for example, addiction is a big thing that sometimes people come in with. And I say, I'm going to share with you a whole different approach to addiction. Addiction is the symptom. It's not the problem, but they will focus on your symptom and try to fix your symptom. And I said, but why are you addicted? Right? So let's get to the root cause and reset that. And I said, when we reset that, addiction is just a code. So you had pain, and every time you thought about something or you remembered something, you felt the pain, and then you got into addiction because why did you get into addiction? Because it works. It stops the pain. It's not about your character, morals, willpower, ethics. All we have to do is to get to the root cause. And once we do that, the system will reset. And it really makes such a huge difference. And I think that we got to stop shaming and guilting these people.
That's right.
They don't know why they're doing it. They just got stuck in this loop. But we can fix it.
Yeah, and they can fix it because they're already whole and complete. And, that is a great place to start from, realizing that there's nothing, you actually don't even need fixing, but you just need to come aware of the power of who you actually are. And you have everything within you to create whatever you want in this world, including peace and harmony and success. And, I think that that's a whole new dynamic for most people who a lot of their life have been told that they're missing something or something's wrong, or, they got to make up for something, instead of coming from this place of, no, I'm already whole and complete. And from this place, how can I just go out here and play my best game, whatever that is.